Hi everybody, it's Yazzie here. I'm gonna go ahead and get you. We're just gonna go with the general reading today. However, I was called to use both of the decks today, so the Antique Anatomy and the Traditional Tarot. Um, but first things first, I banish all and any negativity, negative energies, negative entities, as they are not welcome in this message, nor are they invited, and I ask and invite in all of the gods and goddesses, archangels, guardian angels, deities, entities, spirits, spiritual teams, spiritual guides, ancestors, ascended masters, our higher selves, and the universe, so that we can get the message for the collective today. And I also ask that you all please go ahead and purify and cleanse the stones, the crystals, bracelets, the cards, and myself so that the message can come through clearly and with clarity, please, and thank you. Okay, so I did get one channeled message today, and it was actually when I was in the middle of doing one of my own healings, and the message was stress can become an addiction. Now, also, just in case, if anything in my messages doesn't resonate with you, then it's not for you, and that's okay. But what that channeled message means, if you don't know, and please note, I am not a doctor, I am not a medical professional, this is just actual general public knowledge. You could find it pretty much on the internet, but the body has what's called cortisol, and cortisol is the stress hormone. It's what triggers, the stress levels. But, and in my own personal experiences, whenever you get into certain situations, so like when you get used to a certain amount or certain levels of stress, that's what your body, is used to having that at. And what happens is that when those levels are out of balance in some way, your body or even your mind, your brain, because that's where all the chemicals are for the most part, will start to go ahead and start making up scenarios or making things happen in such a way that it will then balance those levels out. The issue, however, is that 2, 3, 4, as I say this, is that there are repercussions to it, physical repercussions especially, as well as, emotional ones. But in this case, the message and the guidance from the universe, as this message channeled in, is make sure you're catching that. Like, don't let it go so far down a hill or down the way that it's starting to, cause you issues or any kind of harm or damage, because that does get to you 311 after a while, and it really does, even for me. Even when I get in those thoughts and I have to steer myself away from it a little bit, or not even really steer myself away from it, but just find a way to make sure that you're addressing it, you're acknowledging it, 333 as I say this, and you're accepting it, but also appreciating it in some way. Because, and I know that sounds weird, 345 as I say that, but in this when this occurs, in some way it is kind of teaching you something. It's teaching you how to catch yourself in it, but also to manage your own thoughts, your emotions, and be able to work with them. Because you don't want to, 414 as I say this, you don't want to repress it either, because that will cause a whole other set of issues, but in a different way. But you want to be able to work with yourself and be able to help yourself in stress management is the word I was looking for. I couldn't get it for a second, but stress management. And you can do this in a multitude of ways. I mean, music, obviously. I feel that music, and I know a lot of others do as well, 444, music is always healing. Even just going outside, even frequency sounds, meditation, stretching, 4, 5, 6. Physical exercise that is healthy, of course, is a good way to go about it as well. But in this, there is it is teaching you something. I know sometimes it's a little bit annoying when that happens 511, or when like a memory or something that that was unfortunate that we had to deal with in the past comes up, but it is helping you to grow and change and evolve, and helping you to be able to help yourself in a way that perhaps others were not able to and did not have the capacity or understanding to do so. Okay? But I felt it seems someone needed to hear that, because that came through like that as far as the statement went, and how to go about it as well. But let's go ahead. Oh my goodness, here go my eyes again. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. There's always stuff that tries to get in my eyes, and it seems to be at night. And I think that's significant of like someone doesn't want you to see something. 606 as I say that. I don't know. Maybe they don't want you to see the truth, but here we go. We're going to see what the message is today. We're going to let the universe tell us what we need to know through the cards, but we're going to start. They want me to start with the traditional first, and then we'll go into the antique anatomy. Okay. What does the collective need to know? The moon is the first one that came out. All right. First card out of the deck here. What do we need to know? I even said someone doesn't want you to know something. And what do we have here? We have the moon. So clearly there's hidden intentions somewhere. We don't know where, but they're somewhere. All right. What do we get? The Fool upright. The moon and the Fool are both upright. I don't know why I said that. If it's reverse, I'll say it's reverse. Jeez. Anyway, what else do we got here? What else do we need to know? Ooh. These cards flip over super easily. Like, it's because they're coded differently, I think, than the antique anatomy, as far as that goes. But what else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? Ooh, death is here. Okay. What else do we... Ooh, they're just slipping out. We got 2 more. We have the Emperor and the Empress here. Okay. Go to the antique anatomy. Apparently they want me to use that one after this. But we have the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck as well for the traditional. Do you want me to go to the antique anatomy now, or go over these first? These first. Okay. So why is the moon, the Fool, and death out here? Someone's attempting to take the leap into their own transformation, but clearly with the moon here, it's not outward. It's very much they're keeping quiet about it. They don't want to tell people about it. They're afraid someone will ruin it, I heard. So they're being very quiet about this. They're being very almost secretive. Like, they're trying their best not to let it show. They're trying their best not to let it, even on their face kind of thing. They're very poker face is what I heard. Also, another thing, I had a channeled song that I kept having in my brain the entire time before I did this reading. Creep by Radiohead was coming through, so that may be significant somewhere. And if you don't know the song, in the lyrics, it's basically him. He's singing to somebody. So go look at the lyrics. There's some significance in that song. I like that song, but still. Maybe someone feels that, because the lyrics of the song go, you're so special. I can't look you in the eye. You're an earth angel. And he says she's so special, but he's a creep. So someone may feel that you're, regardless of gender, but they feel that, again, you're up here and they're down here, as far as like energy stands, and as far as like ranking is the word that I'm getting. I don't know why that's coming through, but that's what's coming through. So they're trying to get through this transformation. This is where they want to go. They're wanting to work internally and work secretively so as 10-10 on the timer, so as to not have anybody get in the middle of it. So they're wanting to change. Someone's wanting to change. But why is the Emperor and the Empress out here? They're the both of you. So what do you mean by that? What do you mean they're the both of you? This is how you are internally. You're in a balance. You're in a balance between the masculine and feminine energies, which is where you should be. So you have done whatever it is that you've needed to get to this point where there's an acknowledgement between both sides of you. You have a balance and an understanding. And this is why they feel they're not on the same 1101. They're not on the same level as you, because there's an imbalance of this within them. And that's why they're wanting to secretly take the jump and going through this. They want to go through the ego death on their own. And that's why they're doing it secretively. So then that way there's no outside influences pushing them. So then that way they can get to that balance that they want to have internally within them that you already have within you. And then with the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck, why is this here? Tell me more. 1144 as I say that. Tell me more. This is the new beginning that they want to bring to you. So it's a fresh start. And I know I said this in my last reading, but these are completely different cards from 1203, from the reading I posted before this. They're working heavily on their emotions, which is why there's the new beginning here. That's why the Ace of Cups is here, because they know that if they don't work on their emotions, it's going to bring a complete imbalance to the connection and within you. They know that if they come in prematurely, it's going to mess it up. 1234, as I say that, is what I just heard. So we're going to go with the Antique Anatomy, because that's what they want me to do. All right. Let's see what cards come out of this one. What else do we need to know about this? Very interesting start. What else do we need to know? Oops. Sorry. These ones are so different. Are you sure? That's too many. That's way too many. Nope. No, we're not doing this again. What do we need to know? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. We got 3 cards here. Let me see. And then what do we have on the bottom? We have the Magician on the bottom of this one. But let me see. We have the 5 of Elixirs. We have the 2 of Rods. And then we have the Ace of Rods. There's remorse, but there's regret. They're having regrets over something that they had planned. They're having regret over something that they had, it's this way, over something that they had planned. Like they're grieving it. 1414 as I say that. Because they felt that in this plan there would be a new opportunity that they would be able to go forward with. It was something that they wanted to bring you prior to wanting to go through this transformation. And I think that's why the Magician is at the bottom of the deck, because 1441 as I say that, because they wanted They wanted to go all in is what I'm hearing, but something was holding them back. They had what they needed. They had the resources at the time to do so, but something was standing in the way. Okay, they want me to pull more. From which one? Antique Anatomy. Okay. Why? What was standing in the way of them coming forward? What was standing in the way of their plans and ideas? Okay. We have the King of Coins on the bottom of the deck. This is them. The King of Coins is them. Aww. Wait, are you sure? Because we have a Queen of Coins. The King of Blades is here again. And the Five of Rods. The King of Blades is here again. Oh, in this case, it's not who we've been talking about. For this reading, the King of Blades is not who we've been talking about in this case, because the Queen of Coins came out with it. It's her. Well, why do I say her? Because it is a her, apparently. It's her logic that's coming into play. She has a very masculine logic. And because of that, this person is the King of Coins in this case. This is who we're talking about. But who came in the middle of it was this Queen of Coins, and that's the Five of Rods, the conflict. She was the conflict that got in the way of him wanting to come forward to you. And that's why he's having to be really secretive about this. Is the King of Coins a he? Yes. The King of Coins is a he in this case. But the point is, the Queen of Coins created conflict with her very sound, logical thinking. And because of that, he can't trust her. 1717, as I say that, he can't trust her. He can't tell her anything. He cannot be honest with her about what he wants to do, because if there's an ego death, then it puts their connection out of balance, because she, even though she is logic, she is not necessarily healed from her ego, whereas he's wanting to move forward. She is holding him back, and that's where the conflict is coming in. It's causing a problem within their connection. But is she aware of it? Is she aware of this conflict? They want me to pull from the traditional tarot on this one. Okay. Is she aware of this? Of the fact that he wants to make changes? Whether he's told her or not is not the point. Because trust me, someone doesn't need to say something for someone to figure something out. I mean, we're tarot readers. We hear things all the time. Speaking of which, the Two of Pentacles came out here. Can you give me a little bit more? Okay, a little bit more clarification. I keep hearing that she's juggling. She's juggling things, because of course with the Two of Pentacles, that usually means something in regards to balance, but the Page of Pentacles came out here as well. Okay, but what is she juggling then? Because does this have to do with whether she knows or not? Of whether or not he wants to change? And the Five of Wands came out again, which of course was the Five of Rods in the other one. Yes, she knows is what I heard. That's why there's the conflict, double conflict confirmation. So, um, let's see. She's trying to give him any kind of offer that she can to get him to stay. That's why the Page of Pentacles is here. But what is she juggling? Why is the Eight of Wands here? Why is the Eight of Wands here? What is she juggling then? Oh. Oh. Okay, she's juggling communication with others is what I just heard. Take that as you will. But she is apparently, she wants to have her cake and eat it too, is what I just heard. So basically, she doesn't want to let him go because there's some sort of sense of, there's comfortability in it. That's really what it is. She's comfortable, but she also wants to be able to do what she wants to do. She doesn't want to have to, she wants to have him there at any point in time, but she also wants to be able to go out, live her life, talk to whoever she wants, but he is not allowed to. I see. So it's a very toxic situation, unfortunately. And it happens, but it is what it is. Okay. Okay. So then what's going to happen out of this? And we're going to get the antique anatomy, and that'll be all, is what they said. That'll be it. So then what's going to happen then? What's the outcome? We'll go with that. What's the potential outcome then? What is the potential outcome of this? Oop, I'll flip around. What's the potential outcome of this situation? Oh, all right. What do we have here? We have the Hanged Man. Oh, no. We have the Hanged Man. We have Justice. And we have the Lovers. So, she's going to have to let him go because it's not her choice, is what I just heard. So basically, with the Hanged Man, this applies to him because he's seeing things from a different perspective, whereas she's kind of stuck. And she's in that mode of, she's not in the mode of the healing yet. 2304, as I say that. 2304. So she's not in the mode of healing yet, which is why she's so very in a controlling state, is what I heard. So it could be that perhaps she may have abandonment issues, or possibly it could be more of a controlling end, but you know, we don't entirely know her end of the story. But what we do know is that he wants to make things right, clearly, because the Justice card is here and the Lovers is here, which means that he wants to be able to come forth to you and be able to start anew, is what I just heard. And I can't help but notice on the traditional tarot that the Knight of Cups is here as well. So he has the stability because he's coming up as the King of Coins, but he also has this emotional offer that he wants to bring to you. And it seems that the unfortunate state is that she's far too aware of it in maybe what he says, how he handles things, what he's doing, and unfortunately, there's nothing she can do about it. And the reason being is that when it comes to matters, and I have learned this in life, when it comes to matters of the heart and love, you cannot control that. You just can't. It is something where it is of free will, but it is also something where the one thing that cannot be controlled is love. And it is so true. And a lot of people, they don't have that understanding that it doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter the actions you take. When someone has certain feelings for somebody, and it, some people, even if they don't reciprocate the feelings and say you still have love for somebody, it doesn't mean that it just goes away. Choosing not to love someone really isn't that you truly have feelings for. It's really not a choice. It's just something where you still have it there, and you'll always have it there, but it's not at the forefront. It's not at the center focus of your life anymore or of your mind. But when it is something that truly is relevant and a part of your life and is truly something that another person wants with someone else, it cannot be, it is one of the hardest things to break. Because the one thing about love is that it's really not about the mind, it's about the heart. Love pertains to how you make someone feel, not what you can do for them, and not what you can really offer them. It is all about how you make another person feel and how they feel around you. Okay? But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to leave it right there because that is a lot. But I hope that this message brought you quite a bit of clarity. I do want to thank you all so much for watching. I know this is a longer message, but I hope it helps. And when the message is here, the message is here. But again, thank you so much for your support, and thank you for watching. If you would like a private reading, I still have them, it's available. And you can find that information on my Ko-Fi page. It is also pinned on my profile as well. But thank you again. I hope this helped, and have a wonderful evening. I'll see y'all again soon. Bye.